Om Shanti. We invite you to have a seat comfortably. Turn the mind within. And feel your own divinity. Let the body relax. I think of myself as a stool, a star sitting here in the center of the forehead. I am a soul at peace, in silence. I concentrate on this one thought. I hold a feeling of peace. I let my energy come from deep within the self. I stay concentrated on the one thought. I am a soul at peace. I, the soul, am in the company of the Father. I bring the light of God in my mind. And I hold a focus on God's light. I, the soul, in the company of God. Om Shanti. Thank you, Vijai. Thank you very much. I just love that idea of going in within to feel your divinity. I like that idea of feeling your divinity. I am Dave, and this is Vijay. We will be having a conversation with you guys on upping your game. So we're not going to actually play a game, but life is like a game, and there are ups and downs, there are obstacles, there are happy time, there are sad time, but we always try to be positive. We always try to be enthusiastic and create a lot of zeal to up in our game. So our conversation this evening will be up in our game. And our talk is available at the Miami Brahma Kumari's YouTube channel also, and you can like us. And today, over the weekend we had a conversation about upping your game. And Vijay has, he's a pro in upping your game. So, Vijay, what are your thoughts on upping your game, creating that?
I am a pro at trying to up my game.
Yeah, a pro at trying.
It's a work in progress, as the saying goes. But I was thinking that a lot of us have a lot of stresses. The world seems to be getting a more difficult place to live in. And so I thought that somebody has to, make some effort to change that. And that could be an impetus, it could be a motivation for me to up my game. So what I thought that upping the game means is that I should input more, focus more, so that I bring more to the table, and hopefully it will benefit me and other people. Now, by more, I think we could think of, for example, concentration or positivity. But I want to think of concentration. That, for example, if you are listening to someone, you listen more deeply, you focus more deeply.
Yeah, and actually, that's a problem. Sometimes somebody's talking to me, but my thoughts is on my next appointment or something, and I lose concentration on what they're actually saying. And I lost track of the conversation. But in order to give respect to the person who's talking with me, in front of me, I should have concentrate on what they're saying.
Except there's an exception.
Okay,
except if the person is talking foolishness. Or let us say people are minding other people's business, or people are complaining about other people, or entertaining themselves at the cost of someone else. Negative conversation then. I don't think it helps to really engage deeply in negative talk. I think it makes us feel more depressed. So that is not a time to concentrate. That is a time to find a way out.
I thought I was doing something wrong.
That is a time to leave the game. I feel though that when you up your game, in other words, if you put your effort, your focus on bringing some greater clarity, or paying more attention, or being more positive, or finding a positive avenue out, or positive solution, that by engaging yourself in that positive way, you have less time to focus on the negatives. So you don't remember what someone did, the negative thing they did, or you don't remember the negative thing they said about you, because you are concentrating on finding a better solution. So I think that is one way to up the game, to look for better solutions.
So concentration helps you to look for a better solution.
Yes, I think if you concentrate, focus on the good, on the positive. So someone is complaining, or someone is saying about all the things that's bad, and then you start to think, but what is good? Is there anything good? Can I find one good side of this? Whatever it is.
So concentration is like paying attention.
I think so. It is paying attention, but it is holding the mind in check.
Yeah.
It is my mind, and I should keep my mind with some discipline to stay on the positive side, to bring my own virtues to bear on the situation, rather than taking the easy path, which is going down the area of, you say, yes, he's really a bad person, and just entertaining ourselves with other people's weaknesses.
So because yeah, and what one thing you said is that to seek out the goodness in everyone and paying attention to what happens with my mind, what happens to my feeling. Your meditation was about going inside and feeling that divinity. So if we pay attention to my feeling when I think something negative about somebody, when I focus on their weakness, that they're angry or some shortcomings they have, what's my feeling? Because just remember, your thoughts are energy, and energy flows. And where it flows,
Where
it grows.
tension, yes, where tension goes, energy flows.
Where tension
And where it
goes,
flows,
it grows.
like this nice plant we have here.
Yes, indeed, yeah. So just paying attention to what happens to your feeling when you start focusing on someone's weaknesses or defect in someone. And a lot of time you don't know it, but it puts you in your game. It changes your game. You feel down, you feel sad, and you don't know why you're feeling that way. Many times we are taken in. Somebody once said we are like vacuum cleaners, sucking up all the negative things or the rubbish, and we become heavy, and we are not able to up our game, have that zeal, have that enthusiasm, and that energy. And so it starts with concentration, attention in your thoughts, attention on your feeling. What are you feeling? Are you agreeing with that?
Yes, and I like the idea of game because it's not a one-off thing. It requires practice, again and again. We have to do it like a game. You keep doing it. We are used to flowing in the negative. We are used to complain. It's easy for us to talk about what is bad. So upping the game, I think, is to change the conversation within and without, so that we can work on now looking at what is good. Because if the whole game is going bad, if there's a lot of stress and difficulty in the world, it is an opportunity, or it is a chance, or it is a motivation for me to see if I can bring more of my good to the game. So concentration on my positives and other people's positives. Focus. I try to sometimes, if someone, really is pushing the buttons, to think of at least one thing of this. They must have one good feeling. And by holding this good feeling in the mind while interacting with this person, I think it creates a kind of a change. Yes. And upping my game is to change the way I feel, think about others as I interact with them. So instead of concentrating now on all the things they're saying, I have something positive to hold and to concentrate. So that is upping the game. It's a game I play with myself.
So upping your game is about yourself, what's going on within you, where your energy is flowing. Upping your game is you. It's all about you. It's not about that person who just, said really bad things to you or shout at you. It's not about him. It's not about out there. It's about in here, in the soul. It's within. That's where change begins. And that's where the magic begins. I've seen it, I've done it. When I might change my attitude, stuff change. And then magic happens. And when magic happens, you are up in your game. And I hope the Heat wins that game, because they need to go on the final. I think they have a game tonight. I've not been following that, but they have upped their game. That's an example of practicing. Like the Heat been practicing all through this COVID-19. They've been practicing and practicing and practicing, and suddenly you see some magic. Suddenly they start winning. And it's a winning situation when you start working on yourself. It's a winning situation when you focus on yourself. When you focus on yourself, only you can benefit, not someone else. And it's all about paying attention, feeling that energy flow, feeling positive, doing positive. And now it's not an easy thing. It requires practice. As Vijay was saying, that we have trained to think about and look upon the negative things which is happening in the world.
Yeah, the automatic ants, what do you call it?
Yeah, automatic negative thinking. That's like a default, button in our system, in our thinking, in our psychology. And when we start going inside, seeing and looking at the divinity which is inside of us, and seeing the positive things in every single human being, that's magical. And I throw that challenge out to everyone to up your game by seeing the positive in every single person that you meet, and make it magical. Make magic happen.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we call it a game means that sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. But the beauty is that we keep playing the game, we never lose hope. Because it's something that builds slowly. It's a positive habit that comes over time. Just as we build negative habits, we can build positive habits. So bring something positive, find the positive in yourself and look for positive things in other people. And add a little more concentration, a little more focus. Bring a little more, add something more to the game.
Yes, so we are adding by upping your game, and so you can find joy in your journey. Remember to like us on Facebook and see us on YouTube, Miami Brahma Kumari YouTube channel. And until then, have a wonderful night.